guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kay Reed, so happy to have you here. And I am back for another Indie Author Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching my previous one, which was with Arthur Maya. This one is very special, even though I say all of them are special, but all of them are very special. I found this Arthur back in 2020, and I have it here on my iPad. I have majority of her old work, but it's okay because all her work are classics, but I love the old ones specifically. My first book by her was Together Again, and then I deep dived into the For Keeps series, and then I kind of just went in and we'll talk about it later. But anyway, she is from the DMV. I looked her up. She is also an HBCU alum of Morgan University, and I'm so excited because I get to meet her in person at the house party in July. So I'm super excited about that. And so without further ado, I have Miss authordrose. So how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first question I ask all my writers, is how and why did you get started into Black romance? Right.
Writing. So I was a reader before I became a writer. So I really enjoy reading it. And then I wanted to start writing. And I had this idea of my first book, Another Chance to Love. And I just wrote it. And as I was writing it, my best friend was also writing her first book, which is a collection of poetry. And we were like, we should just like do this together and like publish around the same time. We both published in June, and like having that support, like as you're doing it, encourages you to keep going. So then after I published that book, and like the reception that I received and like how much I enjoyed it, I was like, I want to continue doing this. So then I published my second book, which is the follow-up to that. Well, not a follow-up, but it follows the subset of characters. I published that in September, and then I just decided that I wanted to make a career out of it. And 7 years later, here we are.
Come on, 7 years? I love that. So I did read that book. And to say that's your first book, you did amazing.
Thank you.
And I was like, God dang, like, geez. So the books that I've read that are my favorites are The Love Language. I think that's like my favorite top book from you. The Vow and the Matrimony, which I have a copy right there on my bookshelf. Share My World, like I said, Take You Down, the For Keep series. And hold up, wait a minute. The Remedy and your Christmas books. I think your Christmas books have to be like my top favorites because they're just like so hallmarky. I don't know if that's a word, but I just love them. So for readers, actually, out of that collection, let's go back. What is your favorite book out of your whole collection?
I'm gonna say Songs in the Key of Love.
Okay, yeah. And that is the songwriter and producer.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't got a chance to read it. Don't know why, but I have. So I do want to talk about The Vow though, because that book just really made me low-key cry.
Really?
Low-key cry because I just love Santiago, and I love the fact that even though he was having his wars and like his, he had this notion that I don't want to be married, and the fact that he had to still get married. He loved her down.
He did.
Like down. And for a man to be like he didn't want to get married, in my head I was like, did he not want to get married to the wrong person? Because they knew of each other, but they didn't know each other. So the fact that it was just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it. We're gonna stick with it. What made you want to write a book for marriage of convenience, and to write about a director and like a grad student because she was in grad school?
So I wrote The Vow because I wanted to try like a different trope. I think up until that point it was, like very generic, like strangers to lovers, friends to lovers, very cookie cutter. And marriage of convenience is something that I hadn't done before. And I wanted to like challenge myself because I had been writing for a couple of years, and you want, like for me, I just want to see the growth. And I know that challenging myself to write something that I have not familiar with is a great way to do that. And I chose a director Like I try to choose careers that aren't like I know people like regular everyday careers, but also like I like to write about careers that aren't really talked about a lot. And around that time, I hadn't really seen a lot of books about people working in the industry, the television and film industry. So I chose him to be a director, a childhood TV star who became a director, and then like a grad school student. Like I've been to college, I have friends who were in grad school at the time, so I just knew like the struggles of going to school to get an advanced degree, but still trying to like stay afloat and working and just juggling all those things.
Okay. And I also love the fact, guys, no spoiler alert, that you intersect your books from the characters, because in the
Mm-hmm.
matrimony, what is his name? The rapper.
Mecca.
Yes, he's like basically directing his life story. So when
Mm-hmm.
I was reading the matrimony, I was like, it made me want to go back and reread it. So when it comes to like hearing other readers talk about your work, what is like from what they tell you, what is the one thing that they always say that when they read, like when reading a book, they know that that's a D Rose book?
Probably like the music elements. Like I try to incorporate music in some way, not just like the characters being in the music industry, but like kind of using music as a device in the story. Um, they always say like my books are like warm and cozy, which is great because that's how I want it to feel. Um, yeah, and just like being a romance through and through. Like when you think of a contemporary romance novel, like I want readers to be like D Rose had that.
Okay, dope. So let's get into your website exclusive book. I know this is your second one
Hmm.
that you did, because I do have the first one. Don't know where it's at right now, but I know it's on my iPad. Don't know where it's at, but
Yeah,
I do have the first one. So let's go into the second one, which is called.
when you
Well,
touch me,
I just saw that. I am so sorry.
it's fine.
Oh, I put it on your Instagram. Yes, when you touch me. So let's talk about that.
Hmm. So I was in the middle of writing two other projects that are like lengthy, and I wanted to like it was becoming harder to write. So I was like, let me just try to write something that's shorter, that is it doesn't go like as deep, like a palate cleanser.
Mhm.
And so I started writing When You Touch Me. I texted one of my friends and was like, just like sent her the premise, and she was like, you should you should do that. And like sometimes when you're having writer's block with a project, well, for me, let me speak for myself. When I have writer's block, starting something new that I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to complete or just like doing it for fun, it makes it easier to write and just get the words flowing. So like that's what happened with this project.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dope. So what is one thing that you can tell us about the project?
I can tell you a couple things.
Okay.
These are new characters, like they haven't been mentioned in any previous work. Um, it is a little on the like steamier side. Like there's a lot of build up. Um, I can't my the word is escaping me for what I want to describe it as. It's short, it's sweet, but it does have the spice. There is a lot of build up before we get to the spice, so we can like see their intimacy and connection. And it also has like the other elements, like the warmth, the coziness. It is an instant attraction between the characters. It kind of like gives like soulmate vibes. Like when they see each other, it's like you're the one. Like I want to be with you.
Books like that. Oh,
Yeah,
I love books like that. Because low key, that like low key be happening in real life. They
yeah.
don't happen for me as of right now. So I'm praying to the Lord that hopefully one day it does. So let's get into the book events that you have, because
Hmm.
you're going to Black Romance Book Fest.
Yes.
How are you feeling? Because that is literally like next week.
I know I am a little overwhelmed, but I'm always overwhelmed when it comes to book events because you just want to make sure that you have enough books.
Hmm.
The pre-orders, you want to make sure those are as they should be. You want to make sure you have enough like giveaways because at events like people come to your table, but they won't necessarily like always buy something, but you want to give them something so that they can at least come back and remember you, like whether it's just like a bookmark or like a business card that has, you know, your information and like subscribe and stuff like that. So it's just like wanting to have enough like giveaways, and there's going to be so many people. Um, so it's like I want to be able to engage with as many people as possible, but I don't want to be overwhelmed. But I want to make sure people like leave with takeaways,
Got you.
and like you want your table to be like memorable too. Like you want people like, oh yeah, like you should stop by D Rose table because she got XYZ. So it's just a
Mhm.
lot of like things you have to think about when it comes to events, especially one that's going to be of this magnitude.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not going, unfortunately, but I feel like even as a reader, besides even as a writer, I feel like you'd be so overwhelmed because there's so many, not only people, but also other Black writers that are going to be there. So I talked to
Yeah.
Maya about this because Maya is actually going too.
Hmm.
Who are you excited to see when it comes to like readers or other writers?
As far as readers, like the people that I like haven't met before, obviously, and then it's always good to see people that you have like that you see only at events. It's like, hey, girl, good to see you again. A lot of content creators have been like creating keepsakes to like pass out. So like even if I do follow them, like I still want like the stickers or the
Mhm.
bookmark or like the trinkets that they're creating. As far as authors, it's so many. It's so many, but people that I haven't met, Beverly Jenkins is going to be there.
Yes, I did see that.
I do want to meet her. Yeah, I want to meet her. I actually have some books. I'm going to see if she can sign at least one. Um, Jacquel J. We interact a lot on social media, but I've never met her in person.
Hmm.
So I am interested in meeting her. Um, I'm trying to think about all the people that I've seen, like name wise. Um, who else? Tia Love. I haven't met her in person yet, but I really like her vibe, like social media wise. Um, oh my God, it's so many people.
No, don't think too hard. Don't think too hard.
And then I've
I
been like trying to see like people's
Yeah.
what time they'll be signing so that I can like stop by their
That's
table, even
fine.
if it's
Yeah, I
just
got
like a
you.
quick, hey, nice to meet you. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I met Tia Love when she came down to Charleston
Hmm.
like 2 years ago when she was a part of the One Love. No, was it One Love? Yeah, the One Love reunion book tour. I met her there with Nicole Falls and Ty Love
Hmm.
and some other ones. But I'm excited to meet you because I don't know if you know, but I'm
Yeah.
Sedona Rose. I'm the writer's,
Yes.
and we're both going to the house party
I
experience.
know. I'm really excited for that event. I've been trying to go for like the last couple years, but the timing or like I just couldn't attend the event because of the dates. But
Mhm.
I'm really excited to go. I've never been to Charlotte, so that's
Really?
exciting. Yeah,
Wow. I'm 3 hours away, and this would be my third, no, about fourth time going. Because I have family that live
mhm,
up there too. But
got it.
I'm nervous
Why?
because I feel like I'm like the small writer in like a
Hmm.
big ass pond of like experienced writers. So when I saw that you're going to be there, besides
Hmm.
Alexandra House, of course, Alexandra Warren, Christina C. Jones, Nicole Falls, um, Age Cunningham, Asia Monique's gonna be there, and like Chelsea Marie and all of them. And I was like, the fact that she even chose me to be like, oh yeah, you're right. What?
Hmm.
I'm
Wait,
excited.
time out.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Asia at Black Romance Book Fest too. I just
Yes,
remember she's gonna be there.
she's
Yeah. So,
definitely
well,
gonna
I'll
be
see
there.
her
Yeah,
twice this year, but yeah.
yeah.
But I wouldn't say be nervous or anxious. Like I get it. But like don't look at it as they're more experienced than me. Like you're a writer and you're in the room with other writers and we know each other. So it's like you'll be received with like a lot of love and from authors and readers. So like I wouldn't like put too much pressure on that because you're already gonna be stressed with
Mm-hmm.
from the event. So like the event is gonna be stressful in itself. So like don't put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm already low key stressed. My mom was just talking about it. She was like, so do you have everything together? And I was like,
No.
I got my business cards today.
Right.
My business card came in today. I'm getting my bookmark next week, and then like they also next week I'm gonna start like buying my books and stuff like that. But I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
forever grateful,
Right.
forever grateful because I'm going. Like I said, I'm more so in my mind. I'm excited because I'm meeting people that I actually interviewed too. Because I
Mm-hmm.
interview a good bit of them to be like, oh, so I'm actually meeting you in person, and then at the same time, I'm like, you're one of the reasons why I'm writing. You're one of the reasons why I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I wish you nothing but best. I hope you legit have a sellout table at
Thank you. Me too.
Fest because just the amount of people that's gonna be there is definitely I feel like it's for sure going to be one of the most it already is and hadn't even started yet. But I feel
Yeah.
like it's going to be a continuing situation to where it's going to be like, okay, we did Atlanta for like 2 years, cool, let's expand.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel
For
like it's
sure.
gonna. But it's that big. Sorry, that was my brother.
Yeah.
So
And it's so many authors. Like it's not just, you know, the usual people that you hear about. It's authors that I've never heard of, which has made like I've gone on the site and like looked through the lineup.
mhm,
So it's like made me go to people's websites or like see what books they publish so that you're like familiar, at least like, oh hey, I know you published X, Y, and Z when you
yeah.
meet them. So it's a great networking opportunity,
Oh yeah.
aside from like meeting readers, but like authors too.
Oh, I definitely agree with you on that. So let's get to we got like 3 more questions and then we're out here. For
Hmm.
a reader who is watching this for the first time, if never heard of you, this hopefully is not too hard. Don't want to put pressure on you. What is the one book, or I'll give you 2 books that you would recommend to start off with your catalog?
I would say, hmm, well, if they want something like, if they're a reader that likes like something long that's gonna like pull them in and like they're gonna spend a lot of time with the characters, I would say The Other Side of Fame because it is one of my longer books, and it's also one of my like popular books for the moment. Like a lot of people talk about it, so if they wanted to like read, if they want to talk about it with a friend, they will more than likely find someone who was familiar with it or wants to read it as well. And then like something shorter, but still like I think encompasses like my writing style. I would say The Vow, because that's another popular book also. But like
Mhm.
people like that trope, so I would say The Vow or The Other Side of Fame.
Cool. And just FYI for all my library readers, got to throw in the library. The Vow is on Hoopla.
Oh wow! See, I didn't even know that.
Yes, it's on the Hoopla, so definitely check it out. And
Hmm.
I also got a library, and I've been trying my hardest to get majority of indie readers in our library. And so far, so good. Half of your catalog is on the list that I wrote.
Oh wow!
So I just
Thank
gotta put it
you.
in. You're welcome. Just gotta put it in the system, and hopefully, fingers crossed that it'll be.
No, that's so funny because I was literally thinking about going to my local library and like, and I'm like, hey, how can I get my book into the system? Um, but I didn't know I had a book on Hoopla, so that's great to hear.
So I don't know how they do it in the DMV area, but in down here at my library, all you have to do is like we have like a section that says title suggestion, and
Hmm.
like the patron could just basically like fill out the information, and then our systems that support can just look it up that way.
Got it. Okay,
That's
that's
how
good
we
to
do
know.
it.
Okay,
So definitely check that
that's
out.
easy enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very easy. And for a writer that's watching this for the first time, what
Hmm.
is some advice that you would recommend them to do to get to where you are?
I would say know your style and stick with it. Like, don't try to like emulate your favorite writer or um a book that's popular, like, because people will know that. So like know your style, establish that, be consistent. Because in the beginning, like I used to write like way more than I do now, just because I had more free time. But
Mhm.
like being consistent, the only way to get better at something is to do it constantly. So even if you don't publish whatever you write, like just constantly like flexing that muscle, writing things that you're not familiar with. So like when I wrote outside of my regular trope, trying something new. And I would say make sure you're reading also. Like uh, good writers read, and it doesn't have to necessarily be the genre that you're writing. Like I read all kinds of genres outside of romance. And I think that'll help you as well, like figure out your style and just become a better writer, like seeing how other people write their stories. In a sense, like studying, but not studying to copy, just studying to get a better understanding of the art form.
Okay, dope. I like that question. I like that answer. And the last one before we get out of here is something new
Mhm.
that I've been doing this season. What does Black romance mean to you?
Black romance means to me, it's a source of escape for me. Just like reading new stories, like seeing two Black people meet, fall in love, defeat the odds, whatever those may be, whether it's internal, external. Um, Seeing love in different forms because everyone is not always cookie cutter. Um, it's not always girl meets girl, guy meets guy, girl meets guy, and it's just easy. Like sometimes there are things like sometimes they have to be in a fake relationship to advance their careers, or sometimes they have to fall in love again with someone from the past. So just seeing the many different forms of falling in love, and yeah, that's what it means to me.
Okay, cool. And guys, that is it for this episode. D Rose, thank you once again for joining me. I had a great time. Guys, make
Thank
sure
you
you,
for having me.
of course, when I said that, when I was looking for the interviews this year, I was like, who do I want? And I was like, oh, D Rose, because I read her books. Why not? And guys, like I said, all I do when it comes to these, I just email them or hit them up on Instagram.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm all right. I'm a book reviewer. I give them like a previous episode that I did. Here's my work. Hopefully we can communicate. If cool, if not, understand. And guess what happened right back. So here we go. So here we are. So yes. So I'll leave all her information in the comment box below, as well as the book recommendations that she also recommended. And I believe you have a pre-order sale for the house party.
I do, and that ends on June 30th.
So
Yes.
I would definitely also leave that below as well. So if you are going to a house party, make sure you get the books there, because I know that is going to be crazy too, because that
Yeah,
is sold out as well. So
it is.
definitely, you just have two books. You just have two book events that are sold out, which is crazy.
I know. That's another thing. It's like I want to be able to meet as many people as possible. But yeah, events are always crazy, especially the sold out ones. Because if it's sold out, people are eager. They want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely, guys, definitely. If you're going to Charlotte and you're going to the house party experience, please for sure support this author. Support, because that's how we make our bread and money. And
Yes.
once again, I am Kay Reeves, and until next time, we wish you want to love and write what you want to read. Have faith, have confidence. Talk to you guys later. Bye.